G'day fellas, and welcome to the third game in week 4 of the Outback Octagon. Spawning in as our blue Mongol player. You would recognize him if you walked through any deli aisle at a supermarket recently. It is Salami. Spawning immediately next to him to the south on the deli in the color purple. It is Beastie Cutie. Very close to them. Over to their east. Just a few blocks away. Spawning in as the deli as well. We've got Lash. Towards their north in the color green, somewhat isolated by himself playing the Holy Roman Empire, we've got ourselves a little bit of a Marine Lord. Up to the north, playing in the pink as the Rus, we've got Recon. In the west, on the color yellow, playing as the Abbasids, we've got Lucifron 7. To his south, playing in the color orange on the Chinese, we've got Matiz. And spawning in the bottom corner of the map, very, very isolated, it's Dinky King on the English. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3 of your final week of the Outback Octagon's group stages. Players are currently vying for the top 16. Players who do make it through to the top 16 will be able to move on and progress to the final round. That is an interesting tower that we've already got coming down from Salami, just providing a little bit of line of sight. I like the fact that it's up already so early. The town center coming down. I think that actually breaks a rule, but I'll permit it for now, just because he's managed to get up the town center and he hasn't denied it. So I think we've got a rule in the rule book that says you can't place an outpost until your town center is complete. And the whole idea behind that, Core actually came up with it. He's like, so you can't put the outpost down next to somebody else's town center, because if they're building the town center and you drop the outpost, then basically their town center, I mean, they can't complete it. That's essentially it. Well, it looks like Salami already going to be under attack. I'm going to switch off to onto Beastie. Now, Beastie in a difficult position at the moment. We've currently got a bet on at the moment on the stream, or a prediction rather, I should say. The question is Beastie going to be one of the first 4 players knocked out in this game? And judging by this start, you'd kind of say, yeah, probably. Probably he spawned next to another deli player, next to a Mongol player, and obviously an aggressive one as well, Salami. Now, you guys will see on your screen that we've got chat over on this corner up here. That is going to be Marine Lord's perspective. I'll leave a link in the description over to Marine Lord's Twitch channel where you can watch him as well. Typically, he does it in French, though, so maybe if you're French-speaking, it can work out for you. Let's talk a little bit about this game, though, and how much it means to all these players in here, because everybody right now is within striking distance of that top 16 finish. Even somebody like Lash, who at the moment is the lowest in the game when it comes to points that they've collected throughout the weeks, he's still in striking distance, because we saw a game yesterday from Puppy Paul where he pulled out a 32-pointer. That's correct. 32 points he had a game with, and that would even take Lash from his current position to being, probably top 10. So it is still within the realm of possibilities. But you can see now players, they are going to be chatting away in the chat. So I won't be paying too much attention to that. I will be focusing on doing the casting. But you guys will be able to read that. You guys will be able to understand the story. And speaking of stories, well, Matt is going to be looking to make over his own story over here on the west-hand side. Now, keep in mind, he is playing as the Chinese. He spawned right next to the Abbasid player, Lucifron 7. We've got a couple of Civ repeats in here. I say Civ repeats. Players that have played the same civilization before in these series have now got them again. So we saw Lucifron in his first game. He actually won with the Abbasid dynasty. We've seen Recon on the Rus before. We've seen Marine Lord. Actually, I don't think we've seen Marine Lord on the Holy Roman Empire, but we've seen Dinky on the English, though. That's definitely a common theme. And also, we saw Salami on the Mongols that first week as well. So a few repeats coming through for these players now, because we are entering that 4th week. But no real aggression coming out just yet. Obviously, this outpost is going to be a bit of a potential problem. Beastie doing some scouting, spots out Marine Lord up to the north. Once again, Marine Lord getting a beautiful spawn. Now, this is something that's happened before for Marine Lord. It is where he gets these amazing spawns where he's by himself. And obviously, he's not 100% by himself. He's still got, Recon to his north. He's still got these 3 guys to his south, but he's somewhat isolated. Similar to Dinky, isolated down towards this southern position. Not a lot of people around him. But when it comes to who's got the best spawn here, who's got the best position, well, let's take a look at where the trading posts are on this map. So we've got a sacred site over here. We'll just double check how many we've got. We've actually got 3 sacred sites. So we'll look to try and find them all. I can see another one here in the middle. And then I'm looking. It's probably somewhere else over here. You know, normally these sacred sites, when they all spawn together. At least that's the way it seems to go. We'll keep a lookout for it. I really can't spot it. Maybe you guys have an idea on where it is. Is it down here? Nope. I got no idea. We'll find that third site. It's in the middle as well. Oh, it's literally right here. Okay, never mind. There are 2 sacred sites right next to each other. There you go. So those are the 3 sacred sites. When it comes to the trading posts, so we've got this one all the way over in the eastern corner, but we've got another one a little bit further down inside the base of Lash as well. So it's going to be something to note. Now, we don't have a French player, so we're not going to be able to check out all of the trading posts on the mini-map, but there's also a trading post that is here. Other than that, there's also another one up towards the north. So a lot of options for trade on this map as well, and you would expect that coming out. But with no French player, that's always going to be a limiting factor. Yeah, there you go. That's essentially it. That's your rundown. Matiz not going too aggressive with his Barbican. Obviously, Barbican always going to be an option for him. We'll ride on board with him and see exactly what he knows. Now, he definitely knows about his immediate neighbor and hasn't gone to kill him yet. And this is kind of interesting because he definitely has the potential to do that. With China, you obviously age up a little bit faster than the other civilizations. You've got more villages than the other civilizations earlier. So it's definitely a factor, but he's got to be really careful, Matiz, because even though he's got this nice little pocket position, playing on the Chinese, people are going to realize that there's a bit of a threat right there, and he is indeed that threat. So we'll watch and see how he plays it. But we'll tune back in now as we do see a Gur coming out for Salami. Salami, unfortunately, unable to find any gold at the moment. We can see moving around. An outpost going to be coming up on this gold mine here for Beastie, or rather for Salami. The gold mine of Beastie. So we've already got action out early here, and this is not what you want to get involved in these early stages of the game. Any kind of action like this, it's going to be typically a prolonged battle. When it comes to these free-for-all games, you want your kills to be swift, you want them to be decisive, you don't want any sort of prolonged fight. If there's a prolonged fight that is going to be happening here, it's really going to hurt you in a bad way because what's going to happen? Let's say that Salami ends up fighting against Beastie and they're fighting it out and they're tussling. Well, guess what? Marine Lord comes in with his men-at-arms and he kills both of them and takes the points, and neither of them ever stood a chance. So always something that you've got to be careful of, and something that you need to be really, really aware of, because people like Marine Lord, he loves to do that kind of stuff. Second landmark now coming up for Matiz as well. He's going to be heading into that Song Dynasty. Beautiful little spot he's got in here. Lumber Camp going to be coming up. Now, interestingly, I don't see any... Actually, he does have one Imperial official out. I think it's supervising the Lumber Camp that just got built. So, not supervising the mill. So, I'm curious how much Matiz has got, or how much experience Matiz has got with the Chinese. Obviously, we know players like Beastie have a lot of proficiency on most of the civilization. So, he should be fine there. And by the same token, I think Lash, a little bit of a Delhi enjoyer. But I think the question is going to be, how effective is Matiz going to be in that late game in the event that it gets to it? Players now reaching the second age. We see 3 players going up. Lucifron going to be going up with that economic wing. Recon going up with the Golden Gate. And down to the south, we've got Dinky popping down that second town center and a council hall for him. Beautiful little spot he's got down here. He's going to love this completely. I suspect we're going to start to see walls up. He's going to build a whole new world behind there. And in the middle of the map, we begin to see more outposts coming up. Salami looking to try and take control of this position. We do see the Deer Stone's going to be coming up for him. I suspect we'd be seeing a pretty fast castle here as the villagers now look to siege down that outpost, preventing any real chance of long damage coming through. He's managed to do a pretty decent job there. I didn't see whether he lost any villagers, but one of them is quite low. That's a 2 health villager. We'll check in now up towards the north because we've got lots of fishing ships that have made their way onto the water. Now, there's quite a large pond down towards the center here. No one yet to really take advantage of it just yet, but if there's a civilization to do it, it's going to be that Rus up towards the north, so we'll have to watch out and see how they go. Beastie now going to be aging up. He is our last player into the second age. All players aging up before that 10-minute mark. And the landmark placed very interestingly here. So placed right along the edge of the map. So interestingly didn't go for like a spot down here. Said, I'm going to put it up against this wall. So perhaps we've got Beastie and Lash looking to team up. Lash obviously having walled up. He's got 2 nearby neighbors. It's imperative that he tries to control the narrative a little bit, and that's what he looks to do. Say, if he puts these walls up, then it stops any kind of outpost from coming through. He can just focus on himself, and maybe it means that there's going to be some Castle Age timings coming out from him. So that is something that we will keep an eye out for. Uvu was getting sieged down briefly, but that outpost is going to be coming up now. Salami going to be working towards Age 3. Now, one of the other things to note is we are dealing with a brand new UI at the top. Now, hopefully, you guys are going to be able to read those numbers. Hopefully, you're not going to need to squint too hard or use your glasses, because I do apologize if it is quite small. We got to keep it all small just because we've condensed it. We've made it a little bit more flat. And as a result, it means that everything really just gets thrown right there. So it might seem okay at the moment. You start waiting until, or, you know, in the event that we've got Beastie doing some trading again, where he hits 100,000 gold and 100,000 food, it might start looking a little bit silly. But we'll wait and see how it goes. We'll call it out when it happens. But it is a work in progress at the moment. So I do apologize in advance if it looks to get a little bit crazy. Matiz going for a bit of a middle move to the center. Interesting position from him. So going to be able to secure food income here. I like this from him. Outposts continuing to come up. We see the Khan now going to be looking to fire down on villagers. For the moment, it's going to be Beastie. It's going to be Salami that are looking to fight it out. And Salami's definitely seeming like he's got the upper hand at the moment. Doing a pretty decent job, but obviously Beastie's got plenty of places to expand down to the south. We continue to see him doing that. Marine Lord actually with a villager and a mill out over here. So might let this villager live for the moment, but we can see Salami also. He wants to make his way around, but I think Beastie's got a pretty good coverage over on this western side. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how he does it. Second town center now as well. Coming up for our Abbasid player, Lucifron 7. He's going to be dropping that bad boy down on the berries. I'm sure he won't be forgetting his mill. But I guess the question is, you know, in the event that we see a... What do we got going on? In the event that we see some sort of wonder or potential wonder, who is it going to be? Where is it going to be? That is the question. And I think obviously the first place that I'm thinking is Dinky King. Dinky King is going to be your high potential chance for a wonder coming down in this corner. The other chance, obviously, on the other side. Oh my God. Could you imagine? I don't think you can, but could you imagine? Dude, what if you put a wonder in the mountain? There's a villager up here as well. Recon's searching, dude. He's like, oh, he's got big plans for this. Now, speaking of Recon, Beastie, he's almost up to the third age, I think. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, almost up to the third age now. Marine Lord going to be going up, though. We did see he's reached the third age. Regnitz Cathedral coming in. He's got a stable down, so probably going to be looking for that fast age 4 as well. When it comes to relics, doesn't seem to be too much close to him. He is bringing in one relic. Second one, relatively close. Third one, I suspect would be in the middle here. We'll do so that step it out now coming up for Salami. We'll see if Beastie's going to be able to match it. Villagers moving over towards his eastern position. It's going to be the compounder, the defender, coming up again against this wall. And Beastie, I mean, one of the things that I mentioned earlier is that we had a prediction in the chat, and the prediction was, is Beastie going to be knocked out in as one of the first 4 players? And part of the reason why is because Beastie was in the chat just before, and he said, chat, please pray for me. Pray that I don't get Delhi. What civ did he get? He got Delhi. So he opened his mouth, he jinxed it a little bit there. And now we can see that a boar opening is going to be happening. Not a boar opening, but a boar is going to be taken up in the mountains here for Matiz. And Matiz has got a bit of a beautiful base. I love the way the mountains are in this game, and players looking to potentially make use of them here as well. Mountains provide a natural choke point, so you don't have to worry about walls when you've got these beautiful mountains. Imagine if you're able to call all of this home. You don't really have to worry about any kind of side flank or anything crazy coming in. Really, really cool there. All right, we'll check back in with these two guys as they continue fighting it out. Keep in mind Marine Lord to the north. He's going to be looking to potentially move down. We've got villagers heading out. No, don't tell me. He's already going imp? Damn, dude. This is a good time in a 1v1. But, like, he's in a free-for-all with a Nomad, and he is dropping down the Swabia right in the back of the base. So, interesting strategy, because we've actually seen Holy Roman Empire players go for different strategies. So, one of the things that we saw yesterday was State SC2 went for the palace, the Elsbach Palace. And with that, obviously reduces down the damage of all of the buildings that are under its influence as well. So always a good option if you're thinking about potentially making a play at a wonder. When it comes to Marine Lord spawn, I mean, you could probably get a wonder. Like, I would love to see these wonders in here. I suspect you could probably get a wonder up here. But obviously going with the Palace of Swabia, it's not going to be as strong in the late game, but definitely helps you out in the interim, in the short term. Step it out, still looking strong. That's a Springwood placement already. Salami definitely feeling comfortable on the Mongols here. Beastie, I don't know exactly how he feels, but it looks like villagers might be moving out for a potential keep drop. No stone gathered up for him just yet. Sacred Site actually going to be taken for him. He's got a lot of scholars out here. It's going to be the first one of the game. There's a second one close by, and we see that Lucifron's actually got an outpost out here already. Just providing a little bit of line of sight. You can hear it being attacked there. But oh my lord, what have we got here? Have we got potential little bit of a friendship building over here? Lucifron together with Matiz. These guys don't seem to be attacking each other, just seem to be biding their time, and that can always be a little bit of a mistake. Often the Abbasid player can be thinking, yeah, you know, I want to make friends. Well, I'll give you a hot tip, Mr. Abbasid player. You don't want to be making friends with the Chinese, because if they make it through to the Imperial, you're going to be target number 1. All right, well, it looks like more units now in the base, in the backside. It's actually going to be Dinky King that's looking to take out Beastie nice and early, and this is what we were talking about, you know, when you are at the top of the ladder, you are seen as a huge threat, and if people can keep your points down, there is a chance that they can look to surpass you. Now, Dinky King is within striking distance of Beastie. If he takes him out first, then not only is Beastie only going to be getting 1 point because he's come in last place, but Dinky's going to be getting 3 points for killing him. It's a really huge factor, and it also means it's going to propel the likelihood that Dinky does well with his own scoring even greater. So now we've got pretty big potential coming through here, where Beastie might be one of the first players knocked out, especially if there are people attacking him from multiple sides. We saw earlier that he was being being held down by these outposts. Almost, I'm definitely not going to say ganged up, because there was only one player, obviously Lash, over towards the east. He was just minding his own business. He's going to be hitting age 3 now as well. Reaches the castle age. The only player remaining that is not yet in castle age is going to be Lucifron, our Abbasid player over in the west. And interestingly, we do have stone walls coming up now. One of the other rules is that you can't make stone walls in feudal age. But look, I'll make sure that I reiterate after this game as we head into the finals, you know, the rules again, because, you know, we've got age 2 stone walls coming in. Ideally, we wouldn't want that happening. But obviously, free-for-all environments, you get a bit forgetful sometimes. There's a lot of different rules to remember. But now we've got that Tower Elephant going to be coming out. Tower Elephant going to be trying to clean up some of these knights. You can see he's got great pathing in here, and those knights might have to fall back. Dinky at this point in time, I mean, he's booming like an absolute madman. 3 TCs for him. He's got the monastery out as well, so going to be thinking about getting out those relics, or getting those relics in. And we see we see the lumber camp going down. Lucifron finally now reaching the castle age, and going to be able to guarantee that those stone walls. And hold on a minute, look at these. I love the natural landscapes of this map. The hills have got eyes on this map. It is beautiful the way that it plays out. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 segments of walls here. Now a 5th segment going to be coming through and looking to block off his little escape route from Matiz. Now obviously there's a gaping hole in those walls, but let's pretend we didn't see that. We're going to act like teenagers and just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But for the most part, it seems like things are going quite well for everybody except for Beastie at the moment. Beastie definitely stuck in the corner here. But it looks like the knight numbers are starting to build, starting to boom. A junk is out here. Matt is going to be the one moving out onto the water. Now, keep in mind, close by, we've got Recon with the wooden fortress. He's going to be looking out for any sort of water presence, and as soon as he spots that, there might be the chance that he looks to challenge it. We've got traders already beginning to come out. Wallalol going to be coming down. It looks like the relic is going to get picked off. Matiz with the Lances is moving out and proud across the map. That is a lot of Lances starting to build up. I love the way that Matiz is playing this. Knight's going to be coming in on the line now. The wood line of Beastie. Things not looking good right now for Beastie. He is our favorite currently for this event, and things are not looking good in this 4th week game. He's got a couple of war elephants or tower elephants that are out, but I don't know whether that's going to be enough up against these knights. Ideally, you'd love to see a couple of scholars. He's got 1 in here, but I don't know how many scholars he's got in total. Town center's actually gone down pretty damn low. We got trebuchets on the other side of this. Things are not looking good right now for Beastie. He is struggling as 2 players look to push him out. Now, he asked not to get Delhi. He prayed for no Delhi, but unfortunately, it was the case. And not only was it the case, but he also spawned very close to Salami and in between Dinky, and it looks like they've realized that he is a huge threat, and they are working together to take him out. I don't know whether they're working together or whether we've just got one player who's just attacking his closest neighbor, which just so happens to be Beastie, who's being attacked. The only other player in the game being attacked, and now Beastie in a dire situation here. You can see the resources for him are very low. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to even think about getting that age 4 landmark up and looking to try and save himself a little bit longer. With the compound of the defender going out, there's a good chance that he may be our first player who is knocked out of this game. Knights continuing to posture. Trebuchet is going to be able to take down the compound of the defender, and now the traction trebuchets look to take out the final landmark for Beastie. He's not going to be able to age up, at least not at this point in time. There are not enough resources for him to do this. I think he might be our first player knocked out of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sad one for Beastie right now, as the Dome of the Faith is going to be knocked out, and all 3 landmarks for Beastie Cutie are going to be going down at this early stage in the game. Beastie Cutie is the first player knocked out in this 3rd game of the 4th week. And the Tower Elephants just keep on plumping. So to all the faithful in the chat right now, congratulations, Beastie was knocked out very early on the deli, and now the next player is going to be targeted. Now, I've got a sneaking suspicion, but is Salami and Dinky King working together? Because Dinky King's just completely ignored Salami. And now Lash is actually just going to be pushing down towards him. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the map, these two guys, I wouldn't say they're ignoring each other. It's just kind of like, you know, they've got a nice little wall, a little bit of a protective wall set up at the moment. It definitely doesn't seem to be like they're working together, at least not yet. Elephant's going to begin rampaging through, looking to take down those trebuchets. It's going to be the primary thing to take down. Walls have been broken through, though. Knights, horsemen working together, looking to take down those mosques with the relics inside. It's going to be very key to take those out. Stop that gold trickle from coming in. It makes it a little bit more difficult. And we see Dinky King actually going to be coming forward with a keep now, looking to secure up this land, looking to potentially take out another player. Now, keep in mind those 3 points. They would have gone over to Salami. He was the one who took out those landmarks. He got the final hit on that last landmark. But now Lash going to be under attack. Lash going to be able to force back the majority of these units here. And Salami going to be picking up the base. And he's going to be heading to greener pastures, quite literally. But over towards that east, we do see a battering ram sitting idle. Units heading back towards the base. It's going to be those elephants working together with the men-at-arms. A couple of archers in here as well, and Scholar's going to be looking to force these units back. No spearmen. Nothing really anti-cavalry at this point in time. Recon reaches the Imperial Age. We can see it's going to be the Spaskai Tower right at the top. Look at that. Oh, my lord. That is going to excite me greatly later on in this game. I can already smell it. And Salami going to be running away. Just heading in another direction. It looks like... Hold on. But then we've got Dinky that's actually stonewalling him out. So, I don't know whether Dinky King just doesn't want him... Yeah, look, you can see Dinky's stonewalling him. He's like, no, you stay out of my base. And now we see that Lucifron actually going to be coming out, bringing out a couple of lancers and finding these ones. We head back over to the base right now and see exactly what's going on. And it looks like just for the moment, things are just... I mean, we've just got a little bit of a dead heat, I'd say. No one's really pushed, no one's really progressed, no one's made too much of a push through here, and Lash has bought himself enough time. Now remember, this is something that I was talking about a bit earlier. When you've got Salami fighting up against Beastie, it means that someone can swoop in and confirm a kill, and that's exactly what Dinky did. But Lash, fortunately, he put his walls up nice and early, he segregated himself, he said, oh god, oh god, oh god. Well, Lash, it was nice knowing you. But unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be another deli sandwich coming at you guys. We had our first deli sandwich a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, it looks like a second one's going to be coming out as well. With the men-at-arms going to be looking to squeeze out our deli player. There's no lancers inside at the moment, but it looks like Lash's landmarks are going to be going down quick right now. Second town center going to be focused down. The third one, or the third landmark, it's going to be the Dome of the Faith. You can see that right now Marine Lord is intent on taking it out. He's got his units focused down, just completely ignoring everything. The bombards need to be the main focus here, but there's so many men-at-arms, I don't even think it's going to matter right now. I think it's going to be a good game. Lash is going to be our second player, and both Delhi players getting knocked out first and second in this game. Absolutely huge. All right, apparently, so Marine Lord has now... Marine Lord has managed to take that out. So apparently, I'm just reading in the chat right now. Marine Lord has turned off his stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to get... Oh, we need that one. We're going to get rid of this one here. And we're also going to get rid of this one. Nope, we're not going to get rid of that one. We're going to get rid of... Nope, not that one. We're going to get rid of this one. Nope, not that one. It's like whack-a-mole right now. We're going to get rid of that one. So apologies. The chat was up for a little bit of time, but not too much. So Marine Lord has shut off his stream. He's scared that his game was going to crash, so he's turned off the stream, and that's why the chat wasn't updating anymore. So we're not going to, unfortunately, see any more, but we've got... Hold on. Enemy destroyed landmark. That's a green landmark that's going down. Where are these landmarks? Who's losing landmarks? Yellow landmarks? I've got no idea where those... Oh my god, Salami's doing it. Salami's heading for the hills once again. I'm not sure exactly where those landmarks are going down. Lucifron managed to take out a landmark somewhere. If it was anywhere, I'd suspect it would be down here to the south, but that's not going to be the case. Oh, you know what? It's Salami's landmarks that he's hunting. And look at this, and now we've got Dinky King coming in. Is Dinky King going to be looking to fight against him or work with Salami? Look at Salami! Pack him in there, get him in there nice and tight. What have we got in here? It looks like we've got the deer stones in nice and deep like. And the Knights are going to be holding on. We can see Salami working to try and stay alive here. Dinky King going to be defending him. Lucifron reaches the Imperial Age, is going to be looking for those elite upgrades, but at the same time working down towards the south in almost in a clockwork fashion. We see Marine Lord coming down to say, hey, you got any landmarks down there? Little bit of a chop through going to be coming through. The Gur still not coming up, but now all the villagers going to get taken out as they try. He's managed to get through. The chop through has now come through, and Dinky's going to have to delete walls if he wants to let him in. That's the question, whether he wants to let him in or not. The alternative is that he chops himself through. But with that, we can see the men-at-arms going to be able to get up on top of that hill. Marine Lord now looking to move up. Town Center with 7,000 health. He's also got the Blacksmith and the Archery range in here. Deer Stones as well. Make sure we watch out for those. I don't know where those deer stones went. I did see them earlier. Don't tell me the deer stones are down and dead. Oh, there they go. Is that... No, that's a barracks. He's doing a little bit of a fake out, and now the Town Center are going to get focused down here. We're going to have to wait and watch. Oh, there we go. Okay, deer stones are out. Deer stones making a run for it. Step Red Out is down in the middle of the map. Town Center going to be going down here. You can see these players are fighting over it. But there, the deer stones remain. The deer stones remain. And with that, both players definitely going to be able to walk away from that one saying, you know what? I think we did a good job. You can see that it says enemy destroyed landmark. It is just a teal notification because teal, I don't know. It's awarded Lash that kill on the landmark. Lash has done a great job killing this landmark. But unfortunately, it wasn't Lash. Lash is knocked out. But good try. Good try. Deerstones making their way to a secret little corner. He's got to be so careful with these because if he moves them just slightly out of position, they could get spotted. But he's going to be able to survive a little bit longer now. A lot of people might look at this and say, you know, it's cheesy that the Mongols can do this, that they can just run around their landmarks. And the way I look at it is this is an aspect of the civilization. Just as every other civilization gets to wall, the Mongols don't. And just as every other civilization doesn't get to move their buildings, the Mongols do. So I think, you know what? This is absolutely fine by me. And I think this is a consequence. If you're going to go after the Mongols, you need to be prepared for the fact that they may just decide to move on. But now it looks like Salami going to expose himself to Matiz. I hear bombards. I hear bombards. Bombards at the top of the hill. I don't know what these bombards are doing. I don't know where they're going, but I'm starting to worry a little bit here for Salami as he moves a couple of buildings on the backside. We'll ride on board with Matiz and see if he spots it. Indeed, he does. Matiz knows exactly what is up right now as more buildings continue coming into the base. So we might have a little bit of a refugee situation. More units moving across the map. It's going to be Matiz running into a couple of camel riders here from Lucifron. So neighbors fighting each other across the other side of the map. Camel riders going to be turning upon the hand cannoneers here. We'll make sure we keep an eye out on this Deerstone landmark. We've actually got trade coming down here. I'm not sure where he's trading to or from. Where? How is he trading? Wait, are they... Look at that trade route. This is one of the worst trade agreements of all time. look at the route that these guys are going to go. That's not the best. It's not the most efficient. But now out of all the people, it looks like Matiz has identified that Marine Lord is the biggest threat, the biggest target, and he looks to turn his attention towards him. Keep in mind, we're going to be tracking this Deerstones. I don't want to anchor to it too much, just out of fear of missing other things on the map right now. Huge army. Oh my lord, look at these pink horse archers. Jeez, recon. Look at that. They are flamboyant, aren't they? And we see a landmark actually going to be going down. It's going to be... Oh my lord, I didn't even realize what's going on right now inside the base of Dinky King. Marine Lord's paying him a little bit of a visit. It's going to be the King's Palace that gets taken out immediately. Dinky King, he's got plenty of wood in the bank, 2,400 wood, so he's going to be looking to repair this one up. Villagers at the same time going to be looking to take down this bombard. He comes through. It's going to be one landmark that goes down. Second landmark not going to be successful here, but there's plenty of men-at-arms that remain. The Wingard Palace on the backside still stands strong. Second landmark does get repaired. Enemy destroyed Dinky King's landmark. I don't know what that notification is for. I only see 1, 2, 3, 4 landmarks here, and they're all alive at the moment. Town center getting focused down by the bombard for now. It looks like he's commanded it. Deerstone's on 2,800 health at the moment. Salami got to be very careful. Up towards the north, Marine Lord still once again not walling himself in. And we've seen this earlier. We saw this in, I think it was week number 1 or week number 2. Marine Lord just decided he wasn't going to wall in his base, and he got completely destroyed because of it. And if I remember correctly, it might have actually been by Dinky King and Snooper who did it. Town center under attack once again. Deerstone's just looking to keep themselves safe. Having a look at Salami right now. He's actually got 1 population. I don't know where it is. It's a military population somewhere. Deerstones aren't going to be that helpful for him. Town center back here. Units under attack. Out in the middle, Matt is going to be gathering up some stone. We can hear he's under attack. We've actually got Recon looking to push down upon Lucifron, who's very, very close. And interestingly, Matt is not being targeted here. Now, remember, Matt is playing the Chinese. He is a threat in the late game. So this is somebody that I would expect people to be looking to try and take out sooner rather than later. I wouldn't be leaving it until, you know, the super late game, because by that time, that's where he gets too strong. Once you start getting to those 80 Grenadiers, once you start getting to those 15 Clock Tower Bombards, that is where the Chinese player is just already too strong. It becomes too late. Lucifron moving in with plenty of cavalry as well as plenty of camels. He's going to be looking to clean this up. He's got the scouts in there working tandem together. Stepper out, still chilling out, or rather the Deerstone still chilling out for now. And Salami just looking to hold on for points. I don't know exactly where these walls were broken down, but it looks like they've been repaired for now. Fishing economy still popping off for Matiz at this point in time. I like the internal trade that Recon's doing. He's collecting 44 gold on these bad boys. Biology comes through. The attack gets repelled down towards the west side as well, and a lot of action in this early stage of the game. Despite only 2 people going down, there's been a lot of war. A lot of people have been fighting out. I think everybody's been involved in some sort of killing or some sort of maiming at this point. Hold on. Hold on, do you guys see that? It's the reverse gate. There's going to be no... Is he letting him in? He's like, come on in. Oh, he's doing the re-wall. But this could be bad. This could be really bad. He tried to get the re-wall up in time. The villagers had to do a little bit of a walksy out here, but it doesn't look like there's going to be enough units here to hold this position. The men-at-arms together with the horsemen just going to continue dropping through here. You can see them trying to push this point. Oh, I'm not going to zoom in too much. We get the sound really start to... The volume really goes up at that point. In the middle of the map, more units under attack. It's going to be a couple of villages that are taken out. We head back down to the south side. You can see him trying to get through this choke point is being held for the moment. Reinforcements going to be coming in, and outpost goes up as well. Going to be able to provide that little bit of coverage as well as that bonus, that network of castles bonus. Still yet to get the network of citadels bonus. I don't see any keeps up for him. Actually, you know what? He had a keep over towards this side. Looks like it's gone down very, very quickly, but managing to hold this little point. But now a bombard going to be coming out and looking to extend out this choke point, make it a little bit longer. You can see him focusing it down slowly and steadily. Those men-at-arms are falling down. It is a very, very small choke point that is still no progression has been made, and a huge attack coming up towards the north now. Recon has to be careful here. That's a lot of cavalry that is out on the map. Only the palisade or fortified palisade walls are going to be out here. Attack going to be cleaned up for the most part. Dinky King going to be able to hold here against Marine Lord. Scores looking pretty healthy for almost everyone. Another town center going to be going down for Dinky as well. Needs to focus on that economy. We'll do a little bit of a stock take and see where these players are up. Or up to. We're at 34 minutes into this game. We'll focus on Recon to begin with. Recon at the moment sitting on 131 villagers, so not a bad amount of villagers. He's going to be going up against Lucifron, who's on 110 villagers at the moment. So economy's looking pretty decent. At the moment, no one really jumping out, no one leaping out to me. With the exception of Matiz, he's sitting on 100. Damn, that's 159 villagers. That's a lot. You got to watch out for Matiz. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, the longer this game goes, the more worrying it gets. Because people like Matiz, I mean, it just starts to get scary. The Deerstone stay alive, and you can tell Salami is playing for placement right now. It's going to be tough for him to hold on with the fact that he's got absolutely nothing to help his position. We'll tune back in on the south side. It looks like Marine Lord has indeed picked a fight with the Australian. Dinky King looking to defend this position. The bombards are now going to be on the backside fighting off We hear the men-at-arms together with the horsemen really coming down now. Forward base also getting put down here. We can see 3 siege workshops. More and more barracks going to be coming down. And Marine Lord knows the potential threat here is Dinky King. If he's able to take out Dinky King, then it means he's got this whole south side to himself. The wall goes down, and with that, a huge gaping hole begins to open up. And Dinky on the back foot now. We'll take a look from Dinky's perspective. I want to see how much production he's got funneling into this, because at the moment, it is not much. Things are not looking good for Dinky. He's got 30 production buildings. That's a pretty decent amount. But realistically, he's not been able to stabilize at this point, and things are not looking good for him. Armorclads come through. The men-at-arms against him are going to be doing heavy amounts of damage, and now we see Lance Connects going to be getting mixed in here as well. Dinky not in a good position. Marine Lord, his bank is building up. He is looking healthy. He's looking happy. He's sitting at the moment on about 3k gold, and that's what he's going to be able to use to funnel all of those Lance Connect in. He's going to be able to just use Horseman Lance Connect from here, and I think he's going to be able to take him out. The Bombards on the backside. He's just got to look to protect those against potential villager pulls. And now looking to focus down these outposts, doing a decent job. We'll check back towards the north and see exactly how Recon goes against Lucifron. A battle of the cavalry right here. The elite camel archers going up against the Streltsy and the elite horse archers here. Meanwhile, Matches, he's being chilling. He is being chilling. He is having a great time. I just love these markets, dude. I can't believe these markets. He literally put them in the worst possible space. He put them at the top of the mountain. He's like, all right, you guys are going to go on an epic trade run all the way to the middle of the map, and you're going to collect a total of 80 gold. Yeah, you do it, guys. Yeah, you guys do it. All right, you guys do it. You guys keep doing you. Mangonel going to get taken out now. Men-at-arms moving in with the horsemen. Looking to take down those crossbowmen. You can see he's got elite crossbows here. A couple of spearmen going to be coming through. Wingard army is slowly but steadily being trained and rallied towards the front. The main thing he needs to focus down are these bombards, and you can see that's exactly what he's doing. The first one going to be going down. Not enough Lance Connect to protect them. You can see them just slowly in here swinging. Now going to be able to take them out before the bombards do go down. And now I suspect he's going to begin to focus down. The primary thing here would be the production. Look to try and take out the production, and that's what he's going to begin working on. Once you take out that production, then you're really going to cut off the reinforcements. Mangonel's coming in as well. More reinforcements. It looks like he might be falling back, realizing that these horseman numbers are very healthy. These are only veteran horsemen, but it's going to be enough to push him back. Towards the north now. Recon's still holding. It looks like Lucifron has fallen back for the moment. And I would really love to know what the mindset is behind just leaving Matiz this entire time. Let's ride on board with Matiz. I want to see what these numbers are like for Matiz. Still 157. Let's have a look at the traders that he's got. He's got 35 traders that are active at the moment, so he's got a great amount of gold income. Not a lot of stone in the bank, though, so he's not really thinking about a wonder at this point. Now, when it comes to the options for the wonder, where does he go? I mean, interestingly, this connects. This all connects. Like, there is a back route through here. Oh, Salami looking to get back into the game. I don't know how he's going to be able to get back into the game. He's got to mark it. Dinky is held for the moment. Let's do a quick assessment. I want to take a look at Salami. I want to see whether there's a chance that he gets back into this game, because he just lost another trader, it seems. So, Salami. What do you got, Salami? He's got 1 trader. He's got 3 economic units. There's the second one. Yikes. Yikes, Salami. But what does he even do from here? Like, he's got nothing that he can... There's no possible way he comes back into this. Even if he builds like a giant trading empire, even if he got to a 200 traders, there's nothing that he can do to get back into it. So unfortunate for Salami. The final landmark does sit here. It's Deer Stones. It's not going to be able to train any villagers up, unfortunately for him. Are we here now? What? What are you doing over here? Oh, this was the guy. He was like chilling up here for the moment, wasn't he? Now, remember that even though tributes are enabled, players aren't going to be able to tribute resources to each other. The reason why tributes are enabled is it's just the default behavior of the game that they are enabled. So, you know, Salami wouldn't be able to say, hey, Recon, send me 700 wood or something like that. And you know what? Even if he did, even if you send him 700 wood, he can't do anything with it because he doesn't have any villagers. So he's not going to be able to build a town center. So that's always going to be something to consider for Salami. But he is playing for points at this point in time. I mean, down on this south side, things have seemed to stall out. I'm going to ride on board with Marine Lord and see if we can find where that action is. He's actually fallen back towards his base. It looks like we've got attack coming across the map. Bombard's going to be coming out. These are clocked out Bombards as well. They've got their Pyrotechnics upgrade, that extra 12 range, or that total of 12 range. Interesting reinforcements here as well. Not a lot of villagers moving out, but there is a keep in the middle of the map. He's going to continue moving out towards this position as well. And he could look to strike. We'll take a look and see what the dynasty is like at the moment for Mattiz as well. So he's sitting in Song, it says. So with that, we don't see the Imperial Palace coming up. We don't see the Spirit Way coming out just yet. So it means no access to Grenadiers. So he's just going to be keeping those bad boys in his back pocket for now. He's got plenty of space here if he wants to do it. Stonewall going to be coming up. A lot of units out right now for Marine Lord. He's fearful about this position. He wanted to push down towards Dinky, but he fell back. He knew that there was something wrong, and indeed there was. Mattiz is coming across the map, and he's looking to apply some pressure. Bombards on the backside, going to be able to focus down those enemy Bombards, and now, at this point, Mattiz is in a good spot. I like this composition that he's got. Hand Cannoneers, Lancers. This exact composition is all you're going to see after the patch. So the new patch that's coming in, I'm not sure if you guys know, essentially what's happening is every unit that China makes is getting nerfed except for this one, the Hand Cannoneer, which is getting an insane buff on it. It's going to be absolutely busted in the next patch. This is the only army composition you guys are going to see. And now, I've just realized, someone's pointed out in chat that some people, we're not able to see everybody's stone count. So yes, indeed, people's stone, unfortunately, isn't going to be on the UI. They're just holding too many resources. That's the consequence of it, right? There's just too many. And now going to be looking, oh, this is so cute. Isn't this so cute? Matt is now going to be dropping a gate, using the wall as leverage here so that he's able to shoot these units a little bit further away. Very, very cute. Push coming through from Dinky now. He's going to be able to force back Marine Lord from this position. Clear this out, regain his strength, and hopefully stabilize. I want to see the Australian do well. You guys know, I love the Australians. As an Australian, I love the Australians. Now, one of the other things to note is that this gate works two ways. So the first thing is that it can be used for your Hand Cannoneers to jump up on top, get that extra range bonus. The other bonus that happens is that these Bombards can fire through the gate. And that's going to enable them. It's not a one-way gate. It is a two-way gate. Your enemy can also shoot at your Bombards, but it allows you to position where you want and then look to take out buildings. But now we start to see more buildings going down. Reinforcements. And if we have a look exactly where Marine Lord's landmarks are, we've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and then a little bit further back, we've got number 4. So it's quite far away, but it's still within the realm of possibilities here. Matt is completing boiling oil now. Towards the north, we hear plenty more action. Night numbers looking healthy for both players, as well as the Camels. Bit of a battle about to begin. A little bit of a hole in this wall going to be enabling them to come through. Watch out for those Streltsy on the backside. They're going to be dishing out plenty of damage here. Camels trying to get through. They're going to fall back for the moment. There's a lot of units in there, and something you probably want to avoid. Honestly, fighting into those Streltsy, it is very, very scary. Down towards the south. Crossbowmen going to be forcing back away from this position. It almost seems like we've got ourselves a bit of an alliance here, right? Like, we've got Dinky, who's... I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily call it an alliance. It's just that he decided to attack anti-clockwise rather than clockwise. But interestingly, didn't go for the Chinese player. So maybe I'm naive to think it's not an alliance. And then by the same token, we've got Mattiz and Lucifron, who haven't really done anything, but they did put stone walls up in between them. But now the holes are opening, so I would definitely start to think maybe this is a bit more of an alliance when you've got Mattiz that is quite literally on the other side of the map looking to cause havoc. But it might be because he knows. He realizes that if he prevents Marine Lord from taking points out, that what's going to happen is that there's the chance that he pips him off the top. And that's a big factor. Remember that this is the last day of the group stage. So there is the potential chance for somebody like Mattiz to overtake Marine Lord. And if he's able to push Marine Lord down, if he's able to take him out, then not only does he stop Marine Lord from gathering or gaining any further points, but he gets extra points for himself. So it's a big factor. Whereas for somebody like Lucifron's a little bit further down the table. Somebody that Matiz doesn't really need to worry about. Obviously, he gets extra points for killing him, but at the end of the day, what does it matter if you kill Lucifron and Marine Lord wins? So it's a very deep level of thinking that these guys are going to right now about who they should focus, who they should target, and there's so many different factors. Like, I feel like at this point, civilization is the least of your concern, least of your worries, which is kind of funny to think that, you know, you've basically just let a Chinese player just go completely unchecked for the majority of this game. But let's check in over towards the north side, because I've got my suspicions about what may potentially happen right here. Well, this is slowly but steadily developing. Now, I'm going to hope... I don't think he can actually fit a Wonder up here, but I suspect that the Wonder, if it goes down here, the trebuchets on the lower ground might be able to reach it. And players will probably realize that. So even if you've got plenty of keeps up here, they're going to be able to reach it. Maybe you might be able to put it down here. Maybe that's a little bit better, but then the Trebs will be able to reach it from here. But yeah, it's a bit awkward. Ideally, you would have loved to have had this for the Wonder spot. We'll check in on the south side and see where players are at. That push coming through from Matiz at this point. Still not really doing too much. Dinky working his way on clearing this out. We'll ride on board with Dinky for a bit and see how he's doing. Sitting on 62 military population. So he's managed to stabilize. Village accounts managed to push up as well. And he's a happy camper at the moment. A little bit of mutual mining. At the same time, Salami holds on. And remember, by keeping Salami alive, this is the interesting thing, right? The longer he keeps Salami alive, the more points go to Salami. And Salami at the moment on the ladder is a little bit lower. If he kills Salami now, that means Marine Lord gets more points. And ideally, he wants to have more points than Marine Lord. That's really what it comes down to. Culverin's going to be able to focus down now, looking to take out the first and the second of those clock tower bombards. They continue to push in right now. Gate going to be focused down. Marine Lord going to be looking to really dish out some damage here. You've made him angry, but not angry enough to push out. Marine Lord also going to be going up against some villagers that are... Where are these villagers going? Well, it looks like they're going to heaven, ladies and gentlemen, because that villager, those villagers got taken out very quickly, but I think they did expose a hole there. I think there might be a hole on that south side. Interestingly, there is a very close to a chop through here as well. And now up towards the north, we can hear those bombard cannons firing off against each other. The Culverin doing a great job here, but the massive military just for Matiz is quite small at the moment. We can still see he's running 142 villagers. And in a free-for-all at this point in the game, that is quite a lot. Stone getting cut off for players. I can see Lucifron now sitting with 320 stone. I don't know if that's exactly how much stone he's got. Let's double check with Lucifron and see. Where is he? There he is. It is 320 stone. So it's showing us everything. It's it's just that it cuts off. As I mentioned a bit earlier, if you've got players that are sitting on, you know, 100,000 plus resources or 100,000 resources, that it's going to be hard fitting on all those numbers, but we'll try our best. We might have to resort to K or something like that, and just help out a bit there. But it looks like this push has been completely shut down here. Marine Lord never really looked like he was in any danger, but there is the threat of a 2v1 coming through. Trebuchets coming in, and with that, more villagers going to be moving out, securing up more and more land. A smart move here from Dinky. The more walls he can put down, the more land he secures, the less of a push that is going to be coming through and looking to dish out damage here. So smart moves from him as he continues to focus down these buildings on the south side. Villagers have moved up as well. He's actually dropped down a monastery and taken the 2 relics that were once here that belonged to Lash. Over on the west side, that Deer Stones remains up. Walls have now been built. We hear Lucifron deleting something. Are there any players that are able to really think about building a Wonder at the moment? I'm looking at the numbers. Marine Lord, I can check out his stone. It's hard to see. He's sitting on 2,800 stone at the moment. Other than that, I guess Recon. We'll take a look at Recon. Recon also playing as the Rus. He's got 6k stone, so he's going for it. You guys know he's going for it. We'll check on it. He's got a fair amount of resources in the bank. I don't think it's enough at this point. And to be honest, there's probably too many players in the game right now for him to do it. He'd be an absolute madman to do it at this point, because you got Salami, you got Matiz, which is just insanely strong. Other than that, I don't think there's anybody who's really got the potential for it. Matiz, I don't think he's got enough stone for it either. And this is one of the consequences of playing China in these games, is that sure, you might be the 1v9 Civ, but at the end of the day, if you can't drop your Wonder down, it's going to be difficult for you to take out everybody in this game. Another keep going to be going down here with that 800 stone going to be heading out of the bank. Matiz down to 136 stone. You can see the numbers starting to look good for Matiz though, with the exception of that stone count. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to get dropped. Honestly, the more I watch Rus, the more I think, well, hold on, this is a civilization that's always got access to stone as well. Now, for the Rus, one of the big factors is that their outposts, their wooden fortresses, can't use cannon emplacement. So it's a big negative when it comes to the late game, but they're always going to have the option for the Wonder. You're never going to have a Rus game or a Rus in the late game that can't make a Wonder. They're always going to have that option available for them just because of the Golden Gate. It's too damn good. Still, we don't see Matiz really committing to a big army here. Everything is looking very small for him, minuscule at this stage. And yet to see anything to unite these players. More bombards coming out for the moment. Ideally, I'd love to see him just chill out and build up that bombard mass, get it going. You know, typically when these bombards start reaching numbers of around, you know, double digits, even high single digits, that's where it starts to get really, really scary. We'll check in on the south side and see how the reinforcements are going. Looks like a bit of trading is actually going to begin for Dinky. So, interestingly, not going to be just working on that farm economy. Also going to be looking to drop down plenty of production facilities. He might be looking to take out Marine Lord on this south side. Marine Lord came for him earlier. Wasn't successful. And the question is going to be whether he can look to try and take Marine Lord out in this position. There's a lot of emplacements on these outposts that have come up. And over towards the west, we see the battle now beginning to unfold between Lucifron and Recon once again. Recon doing a good job to hold up towards this position. Still yet to really get pushed through on, but my fear is that even if he goes for a Wonder right here, that it's not easy, but it's going to be very hard for him to hold. Let's just put it that way. I reckon the Wonder would stay alive for maybe 6 minutes, I would give it, before it gets taken down. Infrastructure numbers pretty decent for him, though. It's still quite a walk to get back there. Smart move making the stables at the base. Honestly, you want to just you want to just put as much shit at the base here just to stop any units from easily getting through here. As long as you're just funneling units in on this base, you're fine. And that's a really smart move for him to do that. I actually really like this position from him. This has got massive potential. Back towards the center, it looks like a hole has been broken through the wall. Spatskaya Tower going to be overseeing the battle. Sacred Site going to be captured in the middle by Matiz. The traders of Lucifron are out gathering. Lucifron is trading. You heard it here first. Bombards working to take down this infrastructure as well. Over on the east side. Slowly but steadily, the forces of Recon begin to build up. You've still got these traders bringing back amazing numbers. 45 gold. Pog. That is a lot of resources in the bank right there. Battle continuing. Down towards the base of Marine Lord. It looks like a 2v1 might be on the cards here as more and more units are beginning to build. And look at the infrastructure that is coming in right now. Sacred Site gets captured in the middle. He's going to be heading on for the next one. Breakthrough looking to happen. Lucifron looking to try and take down Recon. When it comes to these landmarks, remember, we got the main town center. That's not the main town center. We got the main town center. That's not the main town center. Where's the main town center, boys? There it is. We got the main town center. We got the Golden Gate over towards the west side. We've got the High Trade House, which has come out. And of course, on top of the hill, we got the Spatskaya Tower. It sits very strong. Look at this. Get it up here. Oh my god. He could actually go for it up there. I don't think he will, but he could. Yeah, he wouldn't do it, but he could. Actually, that might be the best spot when you've got Marine Lord on that side. But now, speaking of Marine Lord going to be under attack on this front. Bombard's going to be able to focus down on the siege on the back line. We can see the Culverin getting so close to being taken out. He's going to be able to trade out with those clock tower bombards. No villagers up here to repair those bombards. Looks like the bombards will be losing their life. The Culverin trying to hold on. Going to be able to take out with a slightly faster attack. Manages to take out all the siege. And with that, Matt is going to have to walk away with his tail between his legs. Back towards the north. We continue to see Lucifron going up against Recon. Keep in mind that the reinforcements here for Recon going to be very, very quickly reinforcing this position. It's going to be quite a run for Lucifron to come on in. But you can see he's got plenty of infrastructure back here as well. Slowly building up those numbers. We'll check in with Lucifron and see how he's doing. He's on tier 3 at the moment. How many buildings has he got in his network in total? It's a total of 70. It's not a huge amount. Ideally, he'd love to extend that network out to the front so he gets the production speed increase. We'll check in and see if he's got it. No, it doesn't look like he's got it, unfortunately. Camels Looking to try and siege this down, and Recon, I mean, he was the one guy who had the potential to drop down that Wonder. He's yet to do it. But even at this point, I would be hesitant for him to do it just simply because, I mean, he's not on the offense here. He's on the defense here, and it doesn't look like he's holding. These Bombards doing just such a great job of slowly whittling down all of the production facilities that are here. Down towards the south now. Marine Lord looking to hold on once again on this position. But the real story here is going to be Dinky King, because Dinky, he's yet to really move. Where's the army for Dinky? A little bit of a raid coming through. Marine Lord going to be moving. I don't see Dinky's army. Is Dinky doing some sneaky snipes? Where is Dinky at? Where the Dinks at, yo? He had a big army. Oh, it wasn't a big army, but he had an army. I might be blind. You know what? He's sitting on 168 villages. He's probably deleted it. Emplacements now starting to build up for Lucifron. Now, remember, one of the great things about playing the Abbasid in these late game scenarios is that you've got access to infinite stone. That is correct. You're able to get a secondary source of stone through your traders. It's not a lot, but it's honest work. And that's going to help out with these emplacements on the outposts. Over to the right. Those are just traders. Those are just traders. 182 for Dinky's traders at the moment. Marine Lord looks to have held on. I thought, I looked on the minimap, I'm like, what is that down there? That's just a secret little base there. It's below that? Below the traders? Oh. Oh. Okay. It's just some trebuchets, just being chilling for the moment. He's biding his time. Camels continuing to come out. We're going to ride on board with Matthias for the moment, just so we don't have to listen to all those camels coming out. Giving birth to camels is never a peaceful affair. Camels continue coming through. Streltsy looking pretty decent, but if there's any unit you'd pick to go up against him, it'd be the Camel Archer or the Grenadier. The Camel Archer's definitely doing work here, but those reinforcements just going to be able to force him back. I feel like for Recon right now, the big factor that's really hurting him is there's no Springles. Just even 2 or 3 Springles to deal with these Bombards would be so helpful and stop all of this production from being taken out. Salami's still in for the moment. Still moving. He's not AFK. He is on the hunt right now. And remember, whoever kills this last landmark gets those 3 points. How many economic units has he got? He's up to 15. It's a big trade network starting to build for Salami. He is making it work. Now remember, he's got absolutely no way to get back into this game. It is a single landmark right now that keeps him alive in this game. Push over on the eastern side. Yet to come through. These are elite horsemen. Together, the bombard numbers are starting to look a little bit better. But still, Matt is absolutely no stone in the bank. Matt is under attack. It looks like the horsemen have broken through here for Marine Lord. So Marine Lord attacking across the map. Really looking to come through now. Trying to draw the attention of Mattiz over towards his base. Away from himself. But he knows that Marine Lord is the big threat. And now the Bombards look to fire off and tee down towards that. Keep in mind, he's fighting into this position. Ideally, he needs to see these villages. Ideally, for Mattiz, I would just love a whole bunch of reinforcement production buildings here. But still, we're yet to see it. Handcam is going to be able to fire off here. Springald's on the backside, or rather, Culverin on the backside, looking to try and connect here with the Bombards. They're up against the tree line. It's going to be hard for him to squeeze them out. He now falls back. He's got to be careful not to lose them. Focuses down on the front side. First Bombard going to be going down. Horsemen going to be looking at getting their horseman torches out. Now looking to take down all of this siege. At the same time, hand cannon is moving forward. Going to be able to take those bad boys out. Trebuchet going to be losing its life very shortly, I suspect. Indeed it does. Rest in peace, big boy. And up towards the north, the battle continues to rage on as Recon holds on. Recon sitting on plenty of resources at the moment. Still more than enough to drop a wonder. Culverin going to be looking to trade out here. He does a decent job, and now Marine Lord might be in trouble. Marine Lord might be in trouble because as soon as the Culverin mass gets wiped out and the Bombard mass is retained, he's sitting on 5 Bombard. More than enough to take out these buildings. And with that, it's going to mean siege superiority. So as long as reinforcements come in, as long as he's able to protect these Bombards, this could be bad for Marine Lord right here. Bombard's going to be focusing down that outpost. Continuing to move forward. At the moment, Marine Lord sitting on plenty of resources. He's got the option to delete villages if he wanted to and look to overrun this. And I definitely think that would be the right thing. But now, emergency repair is going to be coming out. It's not going to be nearly enough to be able to survive through the bursts there from those bombards. And so many damn bombards that he's got out there. 7 bombards in total. You're going to be careful against the horsemen as they begin to push through. Back towards that northern front. Slowly but steadily, Lucifron making more ground. Things looking better for him. Our Spaniard definitely pushing through here up against Recon. Our Englishman. Traders still coming through. Recon with very ineffective trade. Falling back here. And now the numbers for Lucifron looking very good. Recon still got plenty of resources in the bank. The bombards do stay alive, but a lot of the forces have been taken out here. You can really see the numbers that are starting to build up here. Matt is looking good. Look at the resources that he's got in the bank as well. Sitting on 900 gold a minute. Marine Lord's got plenty of resources in the bank himself, though. We take a look on board with Marine Lord. Sitting at the moment on more than 90,000 resources. I was going to say 100,000. It's pretty damn close. The main issue he's going to have is just production. We take a look at production. He's got 70 production buildings. You can see them all around the base, but he's not making anything out of them. And now all the units come out. Down towards the south, we've got ourselves our first 2v1 for the next hour. We're 61 minutes into this game, 1 minute into this hour, and the 2v1 has opened up. It's going to be Dinky King, and Matt is looking to push on Marine Lord, realizing that he is the big threat here. But they got to work together to take him out in Marine Lord. I don't know whether he's going to be able to hold 2v1 in this situation. We'll ride on board with Dinky and see how he's doing. Not a lot of stone in the bank, sitting on 359 stone. So when it comes to wonder potential, he doesn't really seem to be a candidate. We'll check in with Lucifron. He's sitting on 800 stone. Still got a bit of a steady income for it as well. We'll check in with his markets and see how... Oh my god. Oh, the camel breeding season is happening. Stone at the moment, 378 gold a pop. If you want to buy some stone, it's going to cost you. That is for sure. Back on board with Mattis, though. Pushing through. He's got 13 bombards. This is where the bombard critical mass starts. And now there's so many bombards out that they start to protect themselves. And even if you've got cavalry here to try and take them out, the bombard numbers are just going to be so damn strong. Does Mattis not have speed upgrade? Oh, he does have the speed upgrade. Okay. And Kennedy is looking to try and defend on this position. More horsemen going to be running in. He's got to be careful because the culverin will work to try and take out these bombards and dish out the damage. And now all the bombards turn around upon the units down below them and look to absolutely wipe them from the face of this earth, and indeed they do. Bombards are perfectly balanced. There is nothing wrong with these units at all, he said sarcastically. Culverin doing a decent job here, teeing off on the back. You can see them focusing down these units. He's down to 9 bombards. I don't know whether it's going to be enough. Down to 8 now. He's going to have to fall back. Making the right decision. Towards the north, and looks like the push has not yet stalled out. Lucifron continues pushing in more and more outposts. More emplacements coming through. Cannon emplacement's going to be the name of the game here. Bombards on the backside. Going to be able to continue focusing down all these units. Horse archers, as well as the horsemen on the front side. Working to take out this army. Right on board back towards the south side, as it looks like a hold is going to happen here for Recon for the moment. He does actually have a trebuchet out, but the trebuchet is going to get focused down by the camels. Second trebuchet going to be coming out, looking to work it down. And now the bombard number's really looking healthy for Mattis. We'll scroll down a little bit further and see where his English ally almost is at. He's doing well. He's pushing through. He's found a nice little spot, but now Marine Lord, it looks like he might have gotten rid of some villages. Indeed he has. He's down to 106. And he's decided it's time to get some more infantry out. Men-at-Arms, Landsknecht. Looking to work together in tandem down on the south side. And now we see Mattis pushing through. He's slowly but steadily pushing back the forces of Marine Lord. Pushing back the front line of Marine Lord. He's done a great job at just keeping his economy high. He's sitting on 96 villages at the moment. Continuing to fire off, we head back up towards the north side. Horse archers still looking decent. Everyone is taking part in this game right now except for one person, and one person in particular. It is Salami. He still hides. He still waits. He still hopes that there's a chance that he wins this game. I don't know how it's going to be possible for Salami to win this game, but if there is a will, there is a way. Salami will do it. Culverin getting taken out. Bombards moving forward. Matching the range here of the Culverin. Able to focus them down. Culverin going to move back and then move back forward. Able to move back into range, and we can see the Bombards immediately focusing them down. Hand Cannoneers doing a decent job of protecting the front line. And now the Bombards are free to rain down upon the units below them. More reinforcements coming in. Villagers getting pulled in as well. You can see the Bombards now going to be struggling. This could be a little bit of a misplay here by Matiz. He may have fallen asleep at the keyboard. Bombards may go down. Hand Cannoneers going to be looking to try and defend them. We'll head back up towards the north as the huge battle rages on. Town Center's going to be going down here. Keep's going to be going down. A lot of Bombards on the backside. We see the cannon emplacements coming through on the outposts. Camel Riders looking to try and attack down on those Horse Archers, but remember, they're getting debuffed by that Camel Archer. Trying their best to hold on here. The Horse Archer's not looking healthy, not looking happy. Now back down to the south side. Marine Lord really looking to do a 2v1 hold here. Lenskinek's doing a great job. Remember, he's got these reinforcements so damn close to his base. Oh, okay. Things not looking good right now for him. Matiz's numbers looking very healthy. It looks like he's taken my advice and built a whole bunch more production. No, he hasn't. There's just, I don't know where he got all this extra production from, or all these extra units. I don't know why he hasn't just built a whole bunch of archery ranges here for Hand Cannoneers. A curious decision, though. First of the landmarks about to begin going down. And with that, the beginnings of Marine Lord's base. Marine Lord has 3 landmarks in this one screen. 4th landmark over towards the east of his base. It's going to be the Palace of Swabia. And with that, the first landmark is shortly going to be going down. Hand Cannoneer is actually going to be coming out here for Marine Lord. Can we see a trebuchet? No, I think that was a cannon emplacement. First landmark goes down. It's going to be Matiz taking it out. Marine Lord is losing landmarks. A couple of cannon emplacements on this backside as well. And we also see a push coming through now. Next landmark on the chopping block, most likely going to be this high trade house as well. You can see Lucifron's relentless push towards this northern base here for Recon. He's trying to hold on. Culverin moving out. Managing to take out that Bombard, doing a decent job, but going to be losing their life for it. He's trying to commit here to take out these Bombards. There's only 2 of them left. Manages to take out one of them. Slows the push by half. But remember, there are reinforcements. Plenty more Bombards where that came from. And they continue marching through. Robaldaquan is out for Dinky King. Marine Lord in a tough position here. He's got plenty of resources in the bank. I don't know if he's got the patience to deal with this, though. This is very, very tough for him to hold. We're going to be watching this Robaldaquan here. Looking to see if it's able to do any damage. Go, Robaldaquan. Don't just look at them, Robaldaquan. Robaldaquan, don't just look at them. You've got to start doing damage, Robaldaquan. Fire your weapons, Robaldaquan. What doth Thoth do? He looks confused. Fire, Robaldaquan, fire! Now is the time of our discontent. Yes, Robaldaquan, get them! Take them down, Robaldaquan! Yeah, get them all! Oh, yeah! Get him, Robalda! Get him, boy! Oh, yeah! Now we're talking! Ooh, you've woken up the demon of the Robaldaquan, and he looks down upon the men before him, realizing that it is the time of his discontent. The Robaldaquan is alive, and the Robaldaquan is here, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, it took some time. It took a little bit of convincing, but look, Robaldaquan got there in the end. That's what's important. Honestly, that was pretty impressive. I wish we had kill counters on these units, because this Robaldaquan would be sitting at like 69 units right now. Wow. Next landmark to go down. It's over on the east side. It's going to be that Golden Gate. The main town center has gone down. With that, remember that we've still got over on this west side the High Trade House that has gone down. And that's going to be our 3rd landmark. And with that, the 4th and final landmark remaining in the mountains, the Spasskaya Tower, still going to be sitting safely up there. And you can see that the defense is coming on for Recon. The final defense, the last stand, if you will, is up here. Lucifron going to be able to suspect that that's where it is. Just judging from the way the base is built. He'd have the scouts out. He'd know exactly where he's got to go. Beautiful little walls over on this eastern flank. Trebuchets coming out as well. We'll ride on board and see if we can find our hero of the storm. Indeed, the Reboldaquin right there. He looks down upon the traders and says, "You're next." Indeed, they are. Marine Lord still just doing a little bit of long-distance mining. Getting cleaned up back here. Dinky King cleaning him up. He's got the Spearman with the network of Citadels bonus as well. Because why the heck not? Big force coming out now. Marine Lord looking to come through. Mangonel's firing down upon the Reboldaquin. He's going to have to fall back for now. Trebuchet numbers looking healthy. He's sitting on 8 trebuchets. Second landmark going to be going down. He's going to be that main town center. Rather, the third landmark. So, 2 players now down to 1 landmark. We've got Marine Lord who sits on 1 landmark. It is that Palace of Swabia, and it is very, very close to potentially being targeted down. Trebuchet's unpacking. They might be moving forward for a little bit of a strike right now. Back towards the other side of the map, we've got Lucifron, who is looking right now like he might be pushing Recon to the edge. It's going to be some time before he's actually able to make it through these bombards. I don't think they're going to be able to fire up the hill, but even if they are, I don't think they got the range to make it all the way to the Spasskaya. It's going to take an absolute mammoth effort to get up here. There's just so many damn buildings. Marine Lord trying to hold from the mountains. Doing a little bit of a mountain run by. Marine Lord at the moment still sitting on plenty of resources. He's got about 40k in the bank. But just not enough production. And now those trebuchets going to begin firing down upon the buildings below them. The outpost going to be focused down, and with that, the next one coming up after that could only surely be the Palace of Swabia. And with that, Marine Lord may be our 3rd player knocked out this game. Remember that there still remains many players. Some who have no chance of winning at all, and some who have a very good chance of winning. The Palace of Swabia, the final landmark here for Marine Lord. All 3 landmarks before have been taken out. And you can see that Mathiz is looking to try and push through here. Trebuchet still yet to focus down the Palace of Swabia. I don't know whether Dinky King has seen it just yet or whether he knows how many landmarks Marine Lord's on, but he's going to begin pushing forward a slow and methodical push here. Trebuchet's looking to move forward, looking to unpack. I think this might be it. Beginning to focus down. It's just going to be the stables and the houses that he's focusing down. He's leaving. Is he leaving the kill right now? Is he saying, "Hey, Mathiz, get over here. Get yourself some breakfast, my friend"? Is that what he's saying? Trebuchet's going to be able to unpack and look for the next target. They're going to continue just focusing on the production. He's racking up those kills. Perhaps doesn't realize that the Palace of Swabia is the last remaining landmark. Trebuchet's looking to focus down the stable. Stable going to be going out now. He's continuing to move forward. Is he really taking out all this infrastructure first? Is he that worried about it? Look at him go. He's trying to hold on. Outpost on the front side. Marine Lord with no real chance here. The last remaining landmark, the Swabia, is back here. Bombard's just chilling out for the moment, racking up the kill counter. We'll head back over to the east side as the push has really come through now. Spasskaya Tower up towards the north. You can see these players are really trying their best to push through, but unfortunately Lucifron going to get repelled. You can see the Bombards did manage to make their way down towards that south side. They're going to have to come around if they want to get up there. And the Reboldaquin is in business, baby. He is out. Get him on the front line. Get him in there. We got Randy the Reboldaquin, who means big. Yeah, get him, Randy. Get him, Randy. Take him down, boy. Take him down. And Randy comes in with a swooping attack there and claims the final landmark of Marine Lord, knocking him out in brute force style. Marine Lord is our 3rd player today to be knocked out. Randy the Reboldaquin going to be effective. Not only at just chilling out and minding his own business, but taking out palaces as well. Damn, Randy. I gotta be real with you guys. Randy the Reboldaquin, he kind of rocks, man. That's impressive stuff. Speaking of rocking though, let's take a look over with Resident Salami. He continues to boom. Market trading. He's way back. He's got plenty of traders in queue. he's got himself a little bit of a trading empire, you could say. Whether he's going to be able to win with it, whether he's going to be able to achieve anything with it, you know, he is just a humble trading empire at this point. And now the defense comes on for Recon. Recon tries to defend. I mean, this is the mountain defense right now. The Horse Archers working together in tandem with the Keep, the Trebuchets, as well as the Mangonels firing down upon it. And the hard thing for Lucifron is he can't get vision up here. It's so hard for him to get vision because this is not a stealth forest. This is a real stealth forest. So any of these outposts are just going to get focused down. So it's very difficult for him to fight up this hill. You guys have seen King of the Hill, how damn difficult it can be, but now it looks like a push going to be coming through. The hill defense, the mountain defense comes through. The Spasskaya Tower going to be exposing itself there. All the units making their way to the top. Mangonel's going to be going down here. Camel Rider's going to be holding on. Looking to try and close this one out. I think it might be it. Recon not looking the healthiest he's ever been. But now the question comes through is whether these bombards are going to be able to make it up to the top side. Remember that Keep is going to be able to fire down upon them. It's got that emplacement. We see the cannon emplacement there. We can see that the bombard is slowly but steadily losing health. Ideally, you'd even love to see Trebuchets starting to come out from Lucifron as a great little counter to this position. All of the units are going to be going down, and once again, Recon in his mountain escape holds on for a little bit longer. A little bit longer. So, back to the drawing board for Mattiz. He's managed to take out Lucifron, or rather, he's managed to take out Marine Lord together with Dinky King. Now, Dinky King going to be able to claim the points for that because he got the kill on the final landmark. And remember, that's what it all comes down to. I don't care if you did 99% of the damage. If someone sweeps in at the last second and takes the last hit, well, bad luck. That is the way the cookie crumbles here. Bombard numbers looking very healthy right now for Mattiz. He could be thinking about taking out Lucifron and now going to be turning his attention towards that outpost. Up in the north, we hear that it looks like he's actually fallen back a little bit towards these keeps. Trebuchets working together to try and focus down the bombards. You can see Recon is really, you know, having a last stand right now. That is 100% what it seems like. It is Recon's last stand. He doesn't have much left. You can see when it comes to the resources in the bank, there's really not much there. I'm curious how many villagers has he actually got right now. He does have villagers, but I don't think he's got any up the mountain. And it's going to be hard for him because these outposts are going to be standing guard. He can try and sneak them through the backside. That's a potential option for him. Because he has made his own little way through there. Now the camel's going to be coming out. Oh, the camel's going to be coming out. Oh, yeah. But now it looks like Mattiz might be securing up, looking for a potential Sacred Site victory. The problem that he's going to have is this Sacred Site over towards the east. You've got two Sacred Sites in the middle. One that has yet to be captured. Relic's getting pulled back as well. But now Recon under attack in a lot of different spots. Right on board with Mattiz for the moment. Let's tune in with Dinky. We'll see how he's doing. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we might have ourselves a new potential candidate for World Wonder. And I believe it may be the Dinky King. Down on this south side, it looked like early on in the game he was going to be taken down by Marine Lord. Oh, that looked like a little bit of a freeze there. I'm not sure if that was a freeze or not. Earlier in the game, we saw him almost lose to Marine Lord. But now it seems that there might be another player in town. We have got the potential for it to be Dinky King. He's walled in Salami completely. He knows where the deer stones are. He's going to keep him alive for now. Probably going to look to take him out a little bit closer to the end of the game. He's taken out Marine Lord. That's his main threat. Ideally, his next big threat, it's going to be somebody over here. Probably Mattiz is a very big threat here for him. Relic just chilling out for the moment. Bombards moving, maneuvering across the map. 14 bombards as well, and that's a lot of bombards. You're going to be able to work through these buildings very, very quickly with that amount of bombards. There's a lot of stuff to get through, though, that is for sure. Last landmark is that Wingard Palace. He's walled that one in completely. Elite upgrades coming through as well. And still, Recon holds on. We see these guys looking to play for points. They don't want to give it up. He might know that he can't win the game, but damn well, he knows that he's going to make you try your damn hardest to commit everything you can to take him out. And now we can see Lucifron has moved back towards his own base because He knows that Marine Lord's been taken out. He's a little bit scared. He's a little bit... Well, he's just watching it. He's watching it. He's just being careful. It's got to be really, really careful because we saw it. We actually saw it last week. Well, I'll be honest. It happened so fast we didn't actually see it. These two landmarks are the only landmarks for the Abbasid dynasty. And look how much distance is between it and the Barbican. There is a screen between it. There's the Barbican. There's the town center. There's the House of Wisdom. Very, very quickly, you can take 12 bombards, or 14 bombards in this case, and you can turn that into an extra 3 points if you want. And that is something that Lucifron is going to have to be, you know, constantly thinking about throughout this game. You know, the consequence of not putting that House of Wisdom here at the back and putting it towards the close side of his base, or the front of his base, is that this is always going to be a risk for him. And part of the reason why making these allies in the early game... Look at the trading that we've got right now on this trading post. So many traders that people are getting a little bit banked up or you know, running into each other. But it's only a matter of time until these players do begin turning on each other. You can see it. It just sits there waiting. Dinky now going to be dropping down plenty of outposts. He's preparing, beginning to prepare for this. The only thing is that he doesn't really have the stone to invest. It costs a lot of stone to fortify these outposts, to get these emplacements on them. Dinky is dreaming for it right now. He wants it badly. He's got the space for it. He's got the place for it. The question is whether he's got the cojones for it. Numbers out here, honestly, looking pretty decent for him. When we look at the production, he's got 126 production buildings. Now, a lot of them are going to be outside the base. Ideally, you want them inside the base rather than outside the base, but he's continuing to expand. Dinky going to be under attack with the scout here. He might be looking towards Recon's base, try and understand what the position is for Recon and how many landmarks he's got left. Camel's going to clean up a scout over on this west side. You can see a whole bunch of scouts coming out here for Dinky. He's looking for information. He just wants to know what everyone's up to, what's been happening throughout the game. He continues moving out. Villagers towards the north. The boar just chilling out, despite a Rus player being right next door to it. Plenty of hunts out here as well. And now the question is, who's gonna blink first? We'll take a look at Salami as he continues with his trading empire. And, you know, this is quite literally, you know, the stairway to nowhere. This is the highway, you know, they talk about the highway to hell. This is the highway to nowhere. Like, even if Salami gets to 200 traders, he's not going to be able to do anything with them. He's going to be able to have 100,000 resources in the bank, and he's not able to make anything. You can't just magic a villager out of thin air to build yourself a town center. But by God, is Salami trading right now. And isn't he doing it beautifully? It's magical. I love the fact that Recon managed to survive over here. Because remember, in the event that this game goes to a, you know, like a tiebreak situation, like we do see a wonder come down, and Recon stays in the game, he's going to get that extra +2 points for placement. And then there's a chance that he might get a second place or a third place, depending on how many units he's killed. So if he had big wars, and he did, he had a big war with Lucifron, there's a chance he killed more units than Lucifron, takes the second place, and gets the survival points as well. So really smart for him to do that. Looks like Villagers just going to be heading over to that wood line for now, doing a little bit of a bait on us right now. Don't worry, Dinky, we're going to be watching with bated breath. We will be waiting as they continue to chop through. Nice little troll, nice little troll. I respect it, I respect it. And now the camels are moving through. I wouldn't be surprised. The moment I look away, Dinky, the moment I look away and you do it, oh my lord, you can see the lag coming through there. Oh, dude. All right, well, Dinky is going for it, ladies and gentlemen. He is committing to this right now, and with that, I would expect that we see armies turn in every single, or armies of every direction turn and look to head towards Dinky. We can see the camels that were going to be heading up that mountain and look to close out the game for Recon. Turn around. Wololo going to be coming down, looking to try and convert some of these traders away from Salami. Not going to be the case. Matiz going to be able to avoid it for now. At the same time, a whole bunch of villagers out here for Recon, just chilling out. It looks like he's actually beginning to rebuild. We hear another relic going to be picked up. Wallalol going to come down. Hold on a minute. How did he do that? Oh, it might be a second one. So is Salami giving over the traders to Recon? He gives over the traders to Recon. He says, hey, I will let you come back into the game. I'm not sure exactly what agreement has happened between these guys, but now villagers begin sieging down the Deer Stones. Salami not too long for this world. It looks like he may be exiled and looks to let his traders live a life of prosperity with somebody new. A new donation, a new father for the traders, because Salami, unfortunately, is going to be losing his life. The Deer Stones is trying their best to get out of there, but unfortunately, the village is going to be able to take it out. And you can see now that the sacred sites are being captured in the center. So we might have a potential play at a second win condition here. Back towards the main base. And you can see that Salami still losing that Deer Stones. He's running around crazy right now. If it falls below that threshold, he's going to burn to death. And wouldn't that be absolute torture? Salami being an absolute good guy and just says, you know what, traders? You guys, you go live a happy life. You go live with Recon. You know, if you love me, let me go. If you love me, let me go. And they do indeed let him go. We've got a little bit of a freeze right here. I'm sitting at 125.59. My game is frozen. Are you guys there? Are you guys there? We're no way, dude. We're 1 hour and 26 minutes through this game. Oh, we're back. We're back. Pause, champs. Never mind, we're good, we're good. All right, I don't know what happened there. I don't know why that happened, but we are back. We are back. The small Indian company is not doing it to us. Not today. And with that, the Deer Stones go down. Salami gonna be knocked out here for everybody to see. Rest in peace, Salami. It was nice knowing you. And now there were 4. Dinky King, Lucifron, Mattias, and Recon. Now keep in mind, we have got Dinky King down towards the south with his Cathedral of St. Thomas. There is a push beginning on the north side. Elite Camel Riders, gotta be careful not to take out their compatriots, the Clock Tower Bombards. We'll check in on the timer and see how long we've got to go. We've got 13 minutes at the moment. Now, the big issue that Dinky's gonna have are these Bombards. He needs to focus these Bombards down ASAP. He needs to find a way to get to them. Whether that's horsemen, whether that's men-at-arms, whether that's knights, whether that's springalds. It's got to be some way to deal with them. That's going to be the key factor here, and he needs it to be swift. Now remember that there are more than one way into the base of Dinky. Over towards this western front, there is the potential chance for a little bit of a backdoor shenanigan. We've seen it before. If you've ever been on any adult websites, you'll be familiar with the backdoor bangers, all that good stuff. There is the potential for it to happen here. Whether it happens or not, we don't know. It remains to be seen. But over on the east side, the Bombards continue firing down all of the walls. The stone walls continue. The trebuchets on the backside going to be able to reach them in the event that they want to. It's going to be tough for them to do that. Camel's going to be just walking through the gates because why the heck not? Together with the elite horsemen, they begin moving down towards this south side. A lot less resistance down towards this position. Dinky King going to be trying to hold on against this. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a struggle. We hear those trebuchets firing down on those Bombards. He's going to need line of sight on them. But he's able to take them down from on top here. Doing a great job. And now he's going to look to plug that gap. There's a little bit of a hole right there. And Lucifron was going to go through it. He decides it might be better to go in on a different angle. Traders get deleted. Dinky King preparing for the late game now. Dinky. You might think that there's no way that Dinky wins from here. But remember, if he's able to take out all those Bombards, there's no way to get through those stone walls. And that's going to be the big factor here for him. Bombards just chilling up on top of that wall for now. Or on top of that little segment, that little section up there. Camel's going to be looking to defend. Hold on to this position. And now the Trebs begin to fire it out. Oh, Randy going to be coming in. Watch out for Randy. We've seen him RKO off the top of the ropes before. Will he do it again? Oh no, Randy, go get him, Randy! He brings it again, boy! Oh, yeah. Look at him go! Isn't it beautiful? No, don't take out Randy. What are you? Oh, you can't do him like that. Men-at-Arms gonna be trying to get through. Randy just absolutely wrecking house there. Gets mad respect now. But it's going to be the primary focus here is going to be on these siege weapons. And you can see that's exactly what is happening right now. Randy has opened up a hole in the defenses here. And we are now seeing the men-at-arms just completely rampage through these bombards. And so you might be thinking, all right, well, you know, the camels are going to get through. It's going to be fine. Well, no, it's not going to be fine because there are stone walls, baby. And you're going to need a lot more than camels to get through those. You're going to need Randy. That's for sure. You should not be leaving 2 bombards alive. Not this close to your base. You should be doing everything that you can to make sure that these guys die, because I guarantee you they will come back and they will kill you. Do not allow them to live. West side, also known as the best side. Yet to see any sort of presence, any sort of military presence over here just yet. We've got plenty of stone walls up here, but nothing really moving down. No mobility. And now beginning to move through, we do see that the horsemen are going to be turning their attention towards these barracks that are coming out. A couple of clock tower bombards that escaped are going to be still over here. Now, let's pretend like these are dead. Where are the next siege units on this map? That is the question for you. Where are the next siege units? Where do they appear? Where possibly could they be? Because I'll be honest with you. It's pretty damn far away. I think it might even be from the north, potentially. Yeah, we got reinforcements from the north. Here we go. Enemy destroyed Recon's landmark. Was he rebuilding something? I didn't even know what he was rebuilding. He must have just sieged these down again, potentially. That could be it. But now the bombards are going to be able to repair back up to full. So this is a big mistake, letting these guys live, because it means that you're still under threat. Now, obviously, the Trebs are going to be able to come out and move forward and look to attack and even potentially take them out. But the reinforcements, it's still going to be a while before they come in. There we are. 3 more bombards going to be making their way down. 4 more bombards going to be making their way down. These guys, just regular old bombards. Nothing special about these guys. Nothing clocky about these guys. A little bit of friendly fire over on the eastern flank. It's actually a 2v1 right now. I've just realized, because the fact is that Recon, he's not really in it at this point. He's just playing for points. Treb's looking to fire off down upon these units, doing a decent job. Bombard's working through this wall. The numbers here for Dinky King looking very, very healthy. He's on 190 military population. Let's do a control shift A and see exactly what he's got. 14 trebuchets, 40 men-at-arms, 39 spearmen, 51 crossbows, 17 hand cannoneers. We'll check the timer and see how close we are. We're less than 8 minutes to go, so almost halfway at this point. Bombard numbers looking good for Matthias. He's got to be careful not to lose too many of them. We see 2 of them do go down. He's got 4 remaining. And now the unit's moving forward. Matthias still sitting on 89 economic units. At this point in the game, it is a do-or-die situation. You got to try and look to take out your enemy. You're not going to be doing it with that many villagers, that's for sure. Beautiful hole gets plugged right now. There's no form of siege AoE coming out here. He's going to have to individually take out each of these units. Tries to find a way through the back door. The wall has been repaired, or the gap has been plugged, but unfortunately one of those walls is quite low on health. Manages to clean that up without barely losing a single unit. Take a look at that. Dinky on 200 out of 200, baby. He is doing absolutely A-okay. Dinky holding on for dear life right now. Units trying to get through here. Not a lot of luck. Not a lot of luck. Trebuchets continuing, teeing off towards that position. 14 of those bad boys out here. Beautiful little hole. Great little choke point for him. Honestly, we saw this choke point utilized earlier in the game over towards this south side, where he was able to take out Marine Lord. We saw him fight it out just over here, and now using this choke towards the front. It's such a great spot. These trebuchets are never at any risk of dying. Trebuchets now looking to tee off down towards the bombards. Keep in mind they've got that network of Citadel's buff coming through. These guys are just going to be dropping these units down like flies. Look how much damage comes out. Now focusing down the bombards as well. Trebuchets just absolutely slamming home. Still yet to see any Randy Ortons coming in from the sideline, but we'll keep an eye out for them. He's got none of them in queue at the moment, but if there's a will, there's a way. I believe. Bombards are still going down here. Things not looking good. I feel like no progression is being made here whatsoever. Not a single bit of progress. Dinky, he's not bleeding resources either. Bombard's looking to take out the trebuchets. Trebuchet numbers looking way better than the Bombards. They're able to turn their attention towards them, and look at that damage that comes out. That AoE damage going to be focusing down. Boom, 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 baby. Get that Vanga boys out. 3 Bombards go down. With that, it's going to be the 4th one that goes down as well. And with that, the push is going to stall out again for another, what? Another 60 seconds? Yeah, another 60 seconds while you make 4 more Bombards. And another 60 seconds while they walk their damn way across the map. That's the problem with this. You really got to start thinking outside the box. And you know what kind of box I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about that back door, baby. Oh, yeah. Giggity. It is, there's really, like, a lot of good options down here. That's what she said. But we'll focus mainly on this front because the players don't seem intent on thinking about the back door at all. Lucifron still just going full camels. Now a little bit of siege going to be splashed in here. 5 mangonels coming out as well. Ideally, I'd love to see could you imagine a bombard? A bombard comes through, breaks through this wall, and Lucifron just walks all the way down to the Wonder. But instead, we're just going to ram it through the front. We're going to try for a little bit of, how would you say, a little bit of DP on the front. Not working at this point. Nesta B is going to be coming out. This is a smart move from Matiz. Stop. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. And I love you guys saying Drongo needs to get laid. It's like, yo, guys, you know I got a baby coming next week, right? Like, I'm not even kidding you, man. We got a baby coming next week. Wonder now going to be coming down. It's going to be the Cathedral of the Tsar. I apologize to everybody out there. You know, I just can't stop sometimes. I can't help myself. I'm one of those damn dirty Australians. We're notorious. Wonder going to be coming up for recon here. He's looking to get some style points in the event that this Wonder down to the south goes down. At the moment, the Wonder tracker indicates we've got 3 minutes and 45 left, so he's left it a little bit late, but it's better late than never. Recon going to be going for some style points. But now, I mean, at this point in time, they're just struggling. And it's interesting that they're just continuing to try and funnel through this one point. And you'd think just like ramming your head against 150 infantry with a whole bunch of trebs behind it, they probably would have changed their tune. Like, what if there was another way? What if there was another way? What if there was another way? But for the moment, they focus on this area. Nesta B is looking to fire off. Teeing down towards this position. Men-at-Arms on the backside, going to be looking to loop around. Trebuchet's continuing to focus down the siege on the backside. Men-at-Arms have made it through. 3 minutes until Wonder victory. It's going to be Dinky King looking to secure this one out. He's going to be trying his best to hold on here. Managing to take out the Bombards and all those siege units. Going to be going down. Nesta B is going to be going down with them. Dinky holds once again. 3 minutes to go. Still more siege coming out. Looking to take out some of Matiz's outposts. Interesting. Still yet to see any Bombards coming out. So, I mean, for Lucifron right now, he's sitting on 66 villages. He's got like 115,000 resources in the bank. Imagine if you deleted them and made Bombards. Let's do some math right now. How many Bombards, if I'm Lucifron and I've got the stockpile that I've got right now, how many Bombards could I make? I'm looking for my siege workshops. 2 minutes until Wonder defeat. Don't worry. I'll find him eventually. He looks to try and hold on this front. You can see he's got 5 siege workshops, 400 wood, 600 gold each. He could build 30 Bombards if he wanted to. I wonder why he doesn't do it. Maybe he just doesn't like siege. Recon's Wonder is now alive. We gotta get a screenshot of that bad boy. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Good luck ever taking that one out right there. That is the siege. That is the most beautiful position I've ever seen. That is the defense of the hill. Isn't that just awesome? That is just absolutely awesome right there. Back down towards the south, though. It looks like we got a bit of friendly fire. Matiz going up against Lucifron. He's trying to get through, but unfortunately, there's a traffic jam. These guys coordinating right now, like absolute, it's not the best coordination, we'll say that much. It's looking like 2 guys trying to beat up a toddler with a wet fish, and it's just not going well. 1 minute until Wonder defeat. Dinky King is holding on. I don't think this is going to be a loss for Dinky King. I think this is going to be a big, fat W for Dinky. He's doing well. He's done well this game to hold on. He survived that early push from Marine Lord. He was able to then turn the tides. He looked to take out Beastie early. He was successful. He then converted that 2v1 and managed to take out Marine Lord after being so close to it. And now we see the players just turning upon each other, realizing that they are not going to be winning. They look to just secure as many kills as possible. Try and climb that kill counter a little bit higher. Lucifron says, I'm going to be just claiming as many kills as I can, try and buff that up a little bit more. It might be the difference. We've seen players go 12 kills between them. And unfortunately today, it looks like Lucifron, it looks like Matiz, and it looks like Dinky are all going to be bowing to Dinky. Well, rather, Dinky's not going to be bowing to himself, but there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Good game. Well played. Dinky is your victor. It is going to be that English wonder, the Cathedral of St. Thomas towards the south that does it. Beautiful style coming out there from our Australian. It is a huge amount of points that he's going to be getting now. So he got early points there for kills. He also got points for that wonder victory when so many people were alive when he placed that wonder. And of course, he got plenty of points for coming in first. We'll take a look at the military. Salami actually sitting at negative 198. That is impressive, Salami. I guess you made too many traders. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe because they got stolen off you. That's why you have negative military. But you can see units killed right now. We've got Lucifron sitting on 1730. So he's going to be picking up that first place. Dinky King with 1601. Marine Lord actually on 1310. After that, we've got Recon on 821. So he's actually going to be picking up third place. And then Matt is on 798 kills. Is going to be picking up fourth place. So there you guys go. If you've watched this one on YouTube, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We'll take a look at the total resource count. You can see Dinky towards the end. He was nowhere even close to bleeding out. He was absolutely A-okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. It was a little bit of a rough ride, but we made it in the end. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.